have another Halloween craft today. We're going to be making a pumpkin using your cotton balls, your coffee filter. You can do an orange crayon or orange colored pencil, or if you want to make your pumpkin a different color, you could use a different color. It doesn't have to be orange, it can be a fictional pumpkin color. You're also going to need your glue stick, and you're going to need your clothespin. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to take my coffee filter and I'm going to color the whole thing orange because I chose orange for my color, just going with the traditional pumpkin. And I'm going to try to color it up and down the same direction, straight lines. I'm going to keep on doing it until I get most of my coffee filter colored. And it should take you some time if you want it to really look good. And you can pause the video as you need. That way you can have enough time to get your creation looking the way that you want it to look. I'm trying to cover up most of the white. It's a little bit harder on a coffee filter because of the texture, which means kind of like how it feels and what it's made of. It's not super smooth to color on the coffee filter. So you're just trying to cover up as much white as you can. It's okay if you don't get it all covered up. It'll still look good. Go back in, try to color the same directions. It looks neat. And I have most of mine colored in. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. So the next step that you're going to do is you're going to grab out your 3 cotton balls and you're going to pull them apart to make them bigger, because the cotton balls are compressed together to make the cotton all together and smaller. And we want more, well, not more cotton, but we want it to fill more of the shape of the pumpkin. So I'm going to spread out that cotton as much as I can, fluff it out. I've done 2 of mine. I have 1 more left to go. Again, I'm just pulling it apart as much as I can so it takes up more space. So I have it in the middle. As I was pulling it apart, I stuck it in the middle of my coffee filter. So now I'm going to take my clothespin and I'm going to put some glue up around the top of it to try to get the coffee filter to stay. I'm going to do it on this side over here. I'm going to go all the way up and down, and if you have the glue sticks that I gave you, they are purple, but they dry clear, so don't worry about seeing that purple. So I'm going to fluff up my cotton again, and I'm going to take my coffee filter and I'm going to press it along and then I'm going to take, after I press it along the clothespin, I'm going to take more glue and I am going to get the coffee filter in like a pumpkin shape, and I'm going to glue pieces up around the top of the clothespin still until I have all sides glued up around there. And after you get done with this, I am going to have you put a stem on it, and I thought you could either go outside and try to collect a stick to use as your stem, and you could even grab leaves too. If you have no way to go outside, you're at daycare, whatnot, then you can create a stick out of a piece of paper, and I'll show you how to do that. But I'd love to see some real sticks on your pumpkin. If your pumpkin is not standing up right, you may have to take, like mine's having a little bit of difficulty standing up, you may have to take your coffee filter and move it down just a little bit. And I think I'm going to take a piece of paper and glue it around the coffee filter so it just kind of stays in place a little bit better. So I have a piece of paper already. If you don't, just go ahead and cut out a little line. And this should help it stick around the coffee filter just a little bit better. You could also use string or a bread tie. And you're going to hold that down for about 30 seconds so it stays in place. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If you want to use the clothespin as your stem, you can just grab out a brown marker and color it, or you can go outside, like I said earlier, and collect a real stick and glue it down in between the two parts of the clothespin. Or you can even cut out another piece of paper and glue it on top of the clothespin. Especially for those of you that are like at daycare. You can color it brown or green, whatever color you want. And I'm just going to put some glue over top of my paper here and glue my stem on there. And you could make one for both sides. So now I have a little pumpkin. I'm gonna put my glue stick back on here. And if you have a black marker, you could draw a little face on your pumpkin or some lines on it. And this is a cute decoration that you can set on your desk in your room. And ta-da! We have a little pumpkin that we can set out for Halloween. So I want to see a picture of the pumpkins that you created, and please drop those down in the comments so I can see them, and then also you can show them to me in the meeting. I hope you guys enjoyed the pumpkin craft.